This is by far the biggest Illuvium Gauntlet Arena patch that we have seen in forever. And I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, because I keep saying this is the biggest patch. But the fact is, it is. Illuvium just keeps pushing out bigger and bigger patches with more and more features. And this one is insane. And it just leaves 2 features that are not implemented yet. 2 major ones are still missing, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So quickly, what is this all about? I wrote a whole thread on it on my Twitter post, on my Twitter account right here. You can follow me, you can check out the thread, and I go over all the details. So this is Forge system, draft deck, scouting, regions, and triple augments. Really quick, Forge system is our new item system. So now we combine item components, we combine augment components into finalized augments. So for example, 2 of those Fury components go into a strike component, and you then get 1 of them. But we're gonna check that all out in the game itself. But yeah, quickly, draft deck is our version of the carousel right here. You know it from TFT. Our drones now pick up stuff on the battle board. We have full scouting, and we also have regions, which are just buffs and debuffs and special effects for the whole game for every player that make every game feel unique. Then we have 3 augments per Illuvial, which is kind of crazy. This throws the whole balance on its head. So I'm excited to see how that goes. We now have the imprints appearing at the drone augment selections. Enemies cannot move their drones anymore on the battle board, so they can't block your vision anymore, which is great. And this all happens right now on testnet. This is a very rough patch. We just want to test out the features. It's not polished yet. And if you test out the features, you do a bug report, you actually get rewards in form of cosmetics, items, and stuff like that. All right, so without further ado, if you want to see more details, I'm going to link the blog post and the Twitter post in the description down below. We're going to jump into a game, casual game right here, and going to see how it goes. Pardon me. By the way, you see it on screen right here and up there. Referral code is PASS. Please, please, please put PASS into your referral code section in your Illuvium account profile settings. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. That helps out the channel a lot. And yeah, while we're waiting right here for the bots to fill in, we're going to have another look on these features, because there is something that I want to highlight again, which is these ones right here, the augment components. So we have 3 distinct component types. We can check it out right here. It's Fury, Defiance, and Apex. So this is ability based, which means around Omega, around casters, so Science and Empaths. Then we have Fury, which is damage based, which is around rogues and fighters. And then we have Defiance, which is defense based, which is mainly about bulwarks, but also about your occasional fighters and empaths. Alrighty, we are in the game and we're gonna have a look. So the 2 things that I mentioned that are still missing is our weapon system, which means if I now equip my stock fire glove, which gives me fire and Scion, I could then bond with an Illuvial. And if my ranger now bonds with this fighter nature Doka, I will combine those affinities. Fire and nature give me wildfire, Scion plus fighter gives me Arcanite. And suddenly, in round number 2, I would already have an Arcanite Wildfire Ranger, which obviously enables us to get so much more access to all those composite synergies. Here we see the thing on the field, and we pick it up with the drone. I love that. And now it is here in our item, in our augment section in the UI right here. We also can see the Crimson Waste buff. Every player in the lobby has this buff, which means deal 2 more damage to opponent drone health on win. It just makes the whole game... Wait, you want to buy everything? It makes the whole game go a little bit faster, right? Because we're doing more damage. Opposite to this, I think, is the Brightland Steps buff, where you get 30 extra health. And the games last a bit longer, you get more into the late game. So we pick up those 2 components right here. And there's also a treasure chest, so which is new. Give me 1 second. We're just going to fill out the board real quick. Maybe just level up. Want to make sure... Okay, came in the end. We want to make sure we win against those bots right here. and not lose a single round. That's the goal. So now we have these treasure chests, sell synergy, augment crate. What you can do now is sell this. You can sell it later on, because I think depending on which synergies you have activated, that gives you a higher chance of finding those. So if you want to, for example, find a fighter synergy emblem, you would wait until you have more fighters on the board. That's at least how it works in TFT. Let me just finish a nice board right here, and then we're gonna see how it goes. Can we connect anything? We have 2 fighters, we have 1 bulwark, which is fine. We have a defiance component plus an apex component, which means I can get a support item right here if I combine those 2. So those 2 combined will give me support. Let's just try it out, I guess. I think I'm a bit too late. Oh no, we have to combine it down here. All right, you gotta hover over it. And then the new augment comes out, and you have a choice of 1 out of 3. I think there is 10 different augments per category. So I'll now get a chance of 3 out of those 10. And they are the ones that we already know. They have been reworked a few patches ago already. I'm just gonna take this one, reduce enemy, 2 highest energy cost enemies. It's just overall really good value for what you do. Like, it's very consistent, right? This will always have decent impact. And now we have that augment right here that we can equip. Really, really nice. Which just means it's gonna be a little bit more, you know, skill expression. Maybe some people want to hold on to their augments to find the best ones. Some people will just combine anything they get to get the more strength on the board. And definitely there is a little bit more skill expression now in augment. It's not just like roulette. If you get the good ones, you win. If you get the bad ones, you lose. You can create your own. Bulwark, pretty good, but we can find 5 bulwark pretty easy. Let's see if something else pops up. Fire. That could be interesting. Let's just take it, you know, to practice and to try it out. Let's go to level 5, get that guy in, get the fire emblem on you, and also get that on someone. All right, the timer seems to be a little bit shorter again. This happened now 2 times in a row. Also, the gold is over here. Everything feels a little bit different, but kind of still similar. Very close. We're gonna crack open that crate. Right now, I'm looking towards getting to level to 20 gold. We can get 1, 2 right here, 5, 6, 7. If I'm fast, I can get to 20 gold, squeeze out another income point, which is usually a nice thing to do, right? I could have sold the Chuku instead and could have held on to the shield weapon from a ranger, which is very good paired up with other bulwarks. Anyhow, we now have 3 fire, 2 scion, 1 rogue, 1 bulwark. Let's see what comes out of this. Boom, fire, nature, and scion, right? Everything that's on the board. That's why you can wait, hold on to it, and increase your chances of getting what you actually want. Since you already took 1 fire, I would take another one, but scion could be pretty good as well, getting to 6 scion. Let's just stick with the fire and see how that goes. And this time, hopefully I have enough time. Yes, equip everything. We're still on a win streak. The goal right here is definitely to end this casual game versus all the randoms versus all the bots with 100 health left, which can be tough sometimes, right? It's very easy to win versus the bots. They're not that good. But winning every single round, you got to be on top of things. 27 gold right here. I don't want to go up to 30. I'd rather buy this stuff that I find right here. An app will be nice. Up on. Perfect. So I guess the plan is 8 fire, and then we'll see what else we can mix in there. We're going to have 9 units on the board usually with the ranger. On average, we could try to get the stage 3 Flish. Why not? Could also try to get the stage 3 Doka. So we're not going to sell this stuff yet. There's more fire units. I've not played fire in a long time, so it's a little bit weird. And we should have maybe hold on to that Apom, because that one pairs well with the fire stuff, the mystic stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Did the team builder change? We can, by the way, you can do a snapshot of your current team. So if you have a nice team, you can just import that like this. And then you can save a team. And then you have an easier time rebuilding that. Oh, here we go. This is the first draft deck. Look at that. Beautiful animations. All the Illuvials run in a circle right here. We cannot control the map. Referral Code pass up there is sitting in the corner and is going to be the last person to move. It seems like everybody's moving at the same time. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter too much. We're going to take the Riptor right here because it gives us 3 gold instead of the Tiro giving us just 1 gold. There was the same item component. Oh, wow. Okay. We're back. We can pick up this stuff. We have the component. We have the Riptor somewhere. Yeah, it's 6 out of 5 because the Riptor got automatically placed on the board. So we sell that guy. And we keep buying fire stuff. I can't forget. Fire, fire, fire. And we have 2 Scions, 4 fire. So now we could actually make 5 fire out of this. Just by playing another fighter. Now we get 2 fighters, 5 fire. Definitely a good stack. We could put that fire imprint onto our rogue. Since fire gives you extra damage, that could be good. And just what I'm seeing right now here, there is already a lot more different compositions that you can go for by finding so many imprints, right? I found 2 fire imprints already. If I use this like 2 empath imprints, suddenly I can go for 10 empath, which has been very hard to achieve lately in the late builds. Wait, let me get that up on for Mystic later on. So it seems like already the meta has been opened up a lot just by receiving more imprints. And once, like I said, once we get the new weapon system and you can bond your ranger with anything, create any composite synergy, that's going to open it up even more. And it's going to be crazy to see because suddenly you can play everything, right? Steam, Shock, Frost, Slayer, Predator, whatever it is you want to play, you can play once we have the new weapon system. So this is still the big update that I'm personally looking for. This guy is level 6. We're going to push up to level 6 as well. Make sure we stay alive here. We get some healing in. Probably the Doke is a better choice. Probably not in this position. Let's see how he does versus the Riptor. But I didn't see Lura gets a cast out. All right, we're looking good though. Goodish. Goodish. Oh no. I kinda could have pushed way more gold. I was a little bit late to realize how strong our enemy is right there. And it's fine. We'll have a challenge for next time. 39 gold. We want to sell something. Maybe. The shield. And we want to maybe buy that fire guy. What's the links this time? Where's the links? Where can I see the links? Is over here. Okay, a little bit too late. Links is a Scion Air. So not really what we're going for. Ace instead is definitely what we're going to go for. Let's sell this guy. Oh, that sucks. I would have just gone to level 7 and rolled a bit if I realized it early enough. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on. I didn't even combine my components yet. There's definitely, it feels like a new game. And we have to think about a lot of different things now. So let's be on top of that. I just want to swap in that guy. I was too late with the fire. It's weird that it's down here now. Definitely a lot of stuff to get used to. What's cool is, while we're fighting, we can already create those items. So what we usually want is big tanky augments for our 1 tank, and then big damage augments for our damage dealers. I want to go for the damage now. So what we could do now with our Fury component... No, wait. Well, we have some fighter, like some attack damage dealers, which would be Fury, and then we have some casters, some Scions, which would be Apex. So ideally, we would combine 2 Apex components to get something for our casters. Well, Ep is going to have a rough time here. Maybe he can win in the overtime. But Tatapi does a lot of damage in a one-on-one scenario. Here comes another cast. Just when the overtime hits. That was close. He tried his best. So yeah, we could get a fusion thing here that gives you some attack damage and some Omega power, like for hybrids. Don't really need that. So what we could do now is either get a Brawler. That could be pretty good for a fighter. Yeah, let's try that. Let's go for a Brawler augment. Sit down is great. Phoenix Surge is great. Like, this is all stuff that is defensive plus fighter plus physical damage. So best example here with attack damage plus a shield. But we're going to go for sit down, which is such a strong augment. Still have fire there as well. A lot of stuff going on. And we want to hit that threshold very soon. 8 fire, that's what we're going for. There's another ray. We could roll a little bit just to find the stage 2 tier 1 units before we level up. 1, there we go, that's what I mean. Let's sell everything else. 2, there's a flare as well. We could even get an Alfie. Our gold allows it. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and since we lost 1 round, I didn't really push for board strength anymore. We're fine with taking damage right here and saving our economy, staying high with our credits, not running out of gold, not running out of steam. Fortress Protocol is a very consistent augment, always will give you good defensive stats. 20 seconds into a battle, maybe half of units are already dead, so this is very inconsistent. Bloodthirst Omnivamp, very good on rogues and fighters, which I don't know how many I will have of. Air module, sure, I guess. We're already locked in fire, so let's just take the guaranteed value here. We get a Ramphie as well, so let's just try to get 8 fire and see how that performs. Do we have another fire? Yeah, the Chuko. So we have now a Bulwark with the Flare. It's also a Tiru. And we're going to get 8 fire next round with 6 units only on the board. 7 units on the board, wait. Oh no, it cannot work, right? So we need level 7 for it. Our Groko is already fire with the emblem. And we have to remember, we have 2 fire emblems. So we can actually have 2 non-fire units in our fire build. Later on, even more. So maybe an Alfie and we push to 4 Scions, something like that. We shall find out in a second. More Bulwarks would be good, more Empaths would be good, just to give those 5 units enough time to actually deal the damage that they want to deal. All right, there is components laying around. We sell this guy, bring in another fire, level up, get this guy, roll 1 time, upgrade our units, sell this. Are we going to get a fire composite right away? Oh, we get the big one. Frost Imprint, Vanguard, and Bloom. This still feels a little bit like RNG, rolling for whatever legendary you get. Maybe there should be 5 choices to make it a little bit more distinct. I ran out of time. I just went for Bloom there. Oh my god. All right, so much things to consider. First of all, let's get rid of those tier 0s. I guess we're going to bring in some water units on the side. We could also make our Ranger something else than fire because we have those emblems. We do see a lot of damage already coming through, mainly from the Artes that we just upgraded. It's not going to be enough yet, but it's looking pretty good. Maybe our Ramphie takes down 1 more unit. Beautiful. All right. Hard focus on getting a good board stabilized here. I'm just so overwhelmed still by all those little and big changes. All right, first, useless Bloom, get it out there. Fire, let's put that on Alfie. We don't need you yet, I think. Well, he would be better than the Ebb right now. Fire on this guy. We can still remove another guy, right? So we can play it like that. Put another fire on here. If we were in a hurry, we would combine those augments right here, get another item. But because we're not in a hurry, we can just wait to find double Apex and double Fury to get better damage augments right there. Put our Alfie in the corner. And that looks a little bit better already. We have a weird composition here, but finally we have 8 fire on the board, which gives our fire units 36% extra damage, right? So this is going to be huge. We see a huge Alfie laser here, but Alfie is not our main damage dealer. It's more, well, for now it is, but it's more about the Artes now and everybody else as well. I mean, Alfie with the 8 fire buff does great damage. And there's going to be crazy compositions you guys can come up with. 48 gold, it's kind of confusing, it's there on the side. I don't think we're going to play these small rogues, so I'm going to sell them. Those are the fire units that we sacrifice for our emblems. You can check it out right here. We have a Fury that wants to come in still, probably instead of a Fleece. Or on top of a Fleece, then we could have 4 Scions. We'll see. We'll see what the game gives us. Hey, my favorite part of the game, because it looks so cool, man. Yes, little carousel. I wonder if we all go at the same time again. It was a little bit weird. Maybe they are. Oh, yeah, they are going. All right, 1 by 1. Maybe just the first one. Starts like that. Oh my god, now everybody's going. I think it's just a little bit desynced. So now we have a full item, actually. I like this item best. This one is about healing more. So we're going to take that item. It's a little bit clunky still, right? This is a very early patch. It's not very polished. It's just showcasing the features, gathering feedback, and all of that. If you want to be part of the Illuvium Bounty Hunter Bug Reporter Squad, I forgot the exact name, but you press B right here in game, and then you can report bugs or feedback or whatever it is. But I think this is mostly about bugs. And depending if you maybe are the first to report this bug, and if it's a very severe bug, you can earn points, you can get rewards like cosmetics, fuel, and so on. So definitely make sure and help the team out, because the team has been downsizing to extend their runway, which means we don't have a strong Q&A team right now. We don't have a strong tester team, which means everybody should get in there. If you are here for Illuvium, if you love Illuvium, if you want to help Illuvium, Illuvium needs your help. Log in the testnet if you have testnet access, play the game, and report bugs. Help the team refine the game. Very, very important. And we're going to try to not lose versus bots right here and push a little bit of our levels, a little bit of our gold onto the board to stop this losing. There's a Matu, which could be interesting. I guess since we found a random bloom chip, we're going to go for Lura and the Forest. We can go for slapping on the side as well. We can also just push for level 8 and then roll a bit to really get rid of a little bit of our gold. There's a Fury, which is pretty cool. I guess instead of the Flish for now. Somewhat like that. There's another Alfie. Squisp could be a good option as well. We don't really have a tanky frontline yet, so that's a little bit concerning. But other than that, dude, did they reduce the timer? I feel like I'm running out of gas so fast. All right, what's the plan? We keep 8 fire. Probably those 8 fire units right here. We could remove, we could get Templar. We could remove, who will we get rid of? I think they're all really good. We could remove an Alfie for an Octius. So we're only going to play one of them, either the Synalf or the Octius to get 2 Scions. Right now we have 3. Maybe we drop the Rayleigh, not go for Templar. I think that's a good idea because Templar stacks up resistances, but we don't have really the Bulwarks and the Empaths. We're more on the damage side, so we don't need to stack up resistances, right? Slapping is not happening. Rather the Ace, maybe, stage 3. There's a foe. We kind of have to go for Bloom, which feels weird. This guy is not happening. Here's the 4th Scion. And now once the PvE round is over, we're probably going to roll for all these guys to get to stage 2, at which point we're going to look pretty good. I think we can sell the Fleeces. They're not happening. There's a Fern. What do we want to? I think we're good right this. That's the composition. That's the build. And now we just need more levels to bring in more units, and maybe one Bloom unit can make it in there. And we can remove some of the Scions instead. Also, we have to redo. We don't want to have that fire imprint on the app, who does literally 0 damage. We're going to move it on the Squiz. I'm going to see how he does with an 8 fire buff. There we go. Finding some duplicates. That's all we need. We're not going to roll more. We're going to stay on 20 gold. Not throw all our momentum out of the window. And let's actually pick that stuff up. Don't forget about that. We have another legendary crate, I believe. Let's check it out. Normal augment crate, okay. Choose a fusion augment. That's good, though. That is the one with the combination between energy damage and attack damage. I think we're just going to get this one. Here and there, put those augments on. We also have now a double Fury component, which could be nice for our Ramphie, maybe. Let's see what we get. Stacking attack speed, super good for the Fury. We got Shatter, reduced physical resistance is not that good because we have both energy and physical resistance. And stacking attack damage, crit amp, I don't like so much. I like the stacking attack speed. Very much a needed augment in some shape or form for the Fury to perform as well as it should. I didn't redo the fire. Yeah, guys, I'm making a lot of mistakes in this game because I'm trying to explain everything, figure everything out. We're playing versus bots, right? We're not super high focused. We're still gonna win this. I'm not gonna lose to bots. I'm just saying I'm not on top of it 100% right now. Scion could be good. Who will we swap out for that? Like, I want to keep the Squiz and the Octius. I don't know. Let's keep rolling, see what else we get. Well, now it's going to be the Scion, I guess. We could go for 6 Scion in this case. All right, first things first. Let's see what we get. Stacking attack speed on you. Scion on you, I guess. Omega, extra damage with fire on the Octius. And with this one, works pretty good with you. You. And we can just equip the Apex compound as well, component. We don't have to actually have those components sit on the bench, right? You can just combine them until you use them. I kind of forgot about that. So now our Octius gets 10 Omega power at least, which is important. Big cast coming through. Let's see the damage. Everybody's doing very well. My Ramfire gets the extra damage from the Scion. My Scions get the extra damage from the Fire Imprint. So we have a high damage build. And maybe we get a Monarch even here. That's what we're looking for. There's an Alfie. We have the Sinnoh already. I guess Bloom is not happening. There was a little bit of a misplay, but the other ones weren't happening either. We had Frost, Bloom, and Vanguard, which felt really, really bad, right? And it feels like either I low roll, I get those shitty augments that don't fit my composition at all, and I lose the game, or I find all the good ones and I win the game. So I hope this still gets changed, where either we have like 5 choices, and it's more dependent on the things you already have, maybe. There's another Lura. But yeah, I don't know who we would even swap out for them. So right now we're a little bit locked in. Our Ranger still needs a good weapon. There's the Lura. I guess we could swap out the Ebb. Give up Empath for Bloom. It's probably worth it. Also having a second Rogue here, kind of protecting the Rampy in the backline. Ramfight is going to be a good idea. Big damage coming in. Sinnoh finally casts though. Octius gets a cast through. Enemy Ramfight does a good chunk of damage to us, but it's not enough. And we are able to take them down. Beautiful. Singe with a Bloom augment now though, pretty scary. Pretty scary. So we kind of want to have another Bloom. We kind of want to have another Scion, all while keeping 8 fire. So this is, we still have a Fleece though. So we should probably, yeah, we're gonna sell the Raylu, bring in the Fleece. We're gonna unleash the Fleece, which is gonna help us a lot. Boom, boom. And boom. Omega power for you. And then those go to you. Our 2 rogues don't have to be in the clump. Let's see. We don't have anyone really protecting our clump in the back. So we're very vulnerable versus rogues. Good thing is we're playing versus bots, so it's not a huge deal. All right, I don't know if we can even fit an Ebb in. Right now we're playing 6 Scion, 2 rogues, 1 Bulwark, 8 fire, 2 Bloom. That is a funny composition. And yeah, my tip to all of you guys is, if you're playing ranked right now, like you care about your ranked once this goes to mainnet, well, on testnet, my first recommendation is just go to testnet, test the game, because we need those testers to make the game better and to help Illuvium figure out all the bugs. And my second recommendation would be, once this comes to mainnet, create a second account using my sign up link in the description down below. And with the second account, you can just go wild in the ranked ladder and just try out stuff without endangering your main account. Can we sell something here for the flood? All right, at least now I'm down here, right? So I should be able to get stuff soon. Oh, there's another fire. I want that fire. So we can get rid of another fire unit, right? That should be good. Move! Move! I can't move. Oh, we did move in the end. Yeah, this is still a little clunky, right? It's looking good already, but we gotta get rid of the clunkiness. Again, first look at it, just to test it. There's a Furiox, or we already have it. There's another fire emblem, which means we can sell a fire guy. Which means we probably get rid of the Fleesh. Bring you in. Not ideal. Do you want to stay with 6 Scions? Who else will we get rid of? Maybe the Synalf. I kind of like the 6 fire, 8, 6 Scion, 8 fire though. Kind of makes sense to me. Maybe the Flood is just not happening. Maybe I shouldn't take the... We have 3 fire emblems right now, and it's hard to get rid of one. We could get rid of the Singe maybe, bring in like a Goliath. We could also just go for 9 fire. Just don't care about it. Yeah, ideally I think we would find like something like a Mamu. Oof, there's Mystic as well. Or we go down to 4 Scions. Like this works out, right? Boom. Air, Bloom, Earth, Fire, Scion, Rogue, Bulwark. What else you want? Monarch? Alright, let's get it. There it is! You! Okay, next round we're gonna give him some augments. For now, time is over. And this means we actually just activated Inferno, right? Oh no. Wait, Phantom then it is, right? Yes. We activated Phantom. You'd love to see it. Just in time as well. 23 gold left. Boom! Big damage from the ramp fight. Huge. Everybody, so much damage. It's insane. The only guy a little underperforming is the Lulura. We might be able to swap him out for Foros if we really want to go all in the damage, but I like the Lulura ramp fight combo in the backline. It doesn't seem like Mystic is happening. We just got Mystic on our Ranger. So Ranger is a little bit useless. Actually, we could get rid of our Ranger, make him a non-fire unit, and then on level 9 we bring in the Flesh, and instead of the Mamu we bring in a Flood. And then we make a Gaze here, and that way we can bring in Mystic or even a third Bloom. But we don't have gold for that, so we probably just roll down and get our strongest boards out there just to make sure we're not losing here. But then again, if we want to win, we probably have to do more than just try to not lose and actually play for the win with good economy and not throw it all out of the window. Which means 5 gold, 5 gold, boom, we're back to 10 gold, and we're at least not stuck at 0 gold. A little bit income goes a long way. Oh my god, they got us. One more Octius cast maybe? Doesn't look like it. Oh my god, so close. If we had like a little bit more time. Oh, look at that. Stacking attack speed though. 1, 2. Okay, we're not dead. And maybe Furiox actually does enough damage, which is crazy. Yeah! That was so close. Alright, we can definitely redo the augments right here and give Monarch some augments. Also, we should not forget to pick this stuff up. Damn. Stacking Omega Power, sure. Anything right now? Inferno, there we go. That fits us a little bit better. Who's gonna get that? Somebody that stays alive a decent amount of time. Yeah, what about... that Mamo, shit. I didn't do repositioning as well. There's a Chotun, alright, never mind. I was saying the enemy Bots are not that strong, but they definitely are performing on a silver level, I would say. So you cannot be completely brain AFK, which I've been most of this game, but we're taking down Shotun almost. It's able to sustain, but one more Octius cast should seal the deal. Boom. Beautiful. Didn't get a reset for whatever reason. Is that going to be our downfall? No. And I forgot we have 3 items. We have 3 item slots per Illuvial. Damn. All right, let's see our top performer. I think Octius wants 3 and Monarch. We're going to mainly itemize those 2 guys. We still need 1 component. We still have a rogue component right here without anything else. What are those little things here on the battle board? Little extensions that we got. Matu, that's nice. All right, let's give some stuff to our main guys. Maybe Inferno to someone that will stay alive here in the backline. Bloom could also go to someone more important, like the ramp fight, for example. And then this could go to you. All right, let's see. Enemy positioning looks okay. All right, we should be all right, I think. Ooh, my Monarch is in trouble, but it's immune, so it will be able to fly away. Actually, perfect. Triggering its ability early. So much damage coming into our backline, but they're able to hold on and cast one more time. Look at that, with 3 items, way better performance. Monarch actually crazy to get him here into the backline, kill everything else. All right, we are in the top 2. And this became way more exciting than I thought it would be. And actually, I'm very invested in winning this game right here, which I didn't think would happen versus bots. And I kind of underestimated them a little bit going into this, to be fair. But I've made tons and tons of mistakes because this just feels like a new game mode to me. And it definitely feels that way to other players as well. I've talked to a few. So now with the gold from this PvE round, I think we're just going to try to level up. I hope it should give us around 40 gold. So we're just going to level up, get another flood in, get a little bit sustain in with the empath shield and the healing this flood will be providing. And then we're going to call it a day. There's no stage 3 units happening today. We have all our damage stuff activated with Inferno, Air, Fire, Bloom, Earth, Scion, Phantom, Rogue, Bulwark. Pretty crazy team up. Definitely never seen Bloom and Inferno in the same round, which is the nice thing about the new imprint system. So I like that a lot, just giving us a little bit more variety. I just hope it gets a little bit less RNG heavy. All right, level up. There we go, flood in, boom. Now we have water and empath activated, which is beautiful. Our ranger, she's still wearing a jumpsuit. That is so sad. You don't want that happening to you because you lose a lot of ranger value if you don't give her a suit. All right, looking at the enemy, I think we can have our rogues together. Oh my god, there's also stuff. Oh, we're too slow now, right? Shite. Shite. Stacking attack speed, attack damage. Sure, stacking attack speed, why not? Would be cool if we could equip it mid-game. Oh, and then we finally have a caster augment for Octius. So it seems like we're gonna win this anyway. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of things to learn. Again, once you're back here, nice, we have minus HP values. That is huge. And now we have also the new end screen. Damn. I have to redo my ranger a little bit. She looks a little bit tough. So we got you can see the ranger equipment, where you can see the drone augments, you can see your final composition, whatever rank. Like I'm in this different account, so I'm in my placement games right now. How many rounds played, one lost level. That is beautiful. And then we can click continue. We see our team up with all the details. And then we can click continue and we see everybody's team and we can copy the team into the team name is not the correct length. Okay, there's a little bug. So once you see this, you take a screenshot, you give a good description, like a good summary, importing, and screen teams gives error message. Importing and screen teams bug when trying to import, trying to use the import feature from the third end screen after a game is finished. I'm getting nervous here. It throws me a error saying the team name is too long, and it ends up not importing anything. All right, I'm not the best at crafting those, but the more details you can give and the more steps to recreate this, so people they know now in the end screen, try the import feature, it doesn't work because the name was too long. And now the team can recreate this. And if you report a lot of bugs like this, you're gonna help out the team a lot. You're gonna help Illuvium out a lot, and you're gonna get rewards depending on how much you help them. And I think if you're a little bit active in this, everybody's gonna get some rewards. We're gonna select the category, which is bug, and then we submit. And that's it. That's all. I freaking love it. Once this is polished up and ready for mainnet, I'm gonna do nothing else anymore. Let me know what you think about it. Jump into the testnet if you have access. And if you don't have testnet access, private beta access yet, just hit me up. Come into the Phantom Guild. Let me know. We can hook you up. And usually if you ask some of the Illuvium mods in Discord, Rich, or if you reach out to me, you should be able to get testnet access. I think I still have a few codes. So yeah, just reach out and I will give you some testnet access so you can jump in, test a new Illuvium game, find some bugs, get some rewards, have a good time. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.